At Chris Johnson 28 is out there watching our coverage when there are speedy guys on the line to see if that 4.24 all-time 40-yard dash mark is going to go down. And I've known you for years. Anytime you want to come on this show, I front-loaded even before this interview. It's good to see you here on the Rich Eisen Show, Chris Johnson.
Good to see you, too.
What's going on with you? What's happening with you here?
Just rehabbing, still working out. And, last year I didn't finish the year how I wanted by me being hurt. So,
week 4 you wanted a groin injury.
Yeah, a groin injury. So just been rehabbing that and just getting ready for a real good offseason.
So you are still ready to keep running in the National Football League?
Yeah, I'm definitely a couple more years. I think 3 more years. I could play 3 more years. I feel like I still got it in me.
Mm-hmm.
You just look at the tape. Anytime I was in the game, I was still making plays. So I know I still got a lot left.
What about this whole 30-year-old thing, though? I mean, how old are you right now?
I'm 31.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're on the other side of 30. Everyone considers that's too old for a running back. What do you say to that?
As long as you're still making plays, I don't think the age is really matters.
Mm-hmm.
You look at when Le'Veon was down, when D'Angelo was in the game, he was still making plays. You look at AP, he's still making plays. So I know I still got a whole lot left.
Yeah. So you plan on knocking on teams' doors? Are the Cardinals still keeping you on the radar screen? I mean, where do you stand on this front?
Yeah, the Cardinals, they interested, and we done had talks, but, I really let my agent handle a lot of that. And, just trying to control what I can control, and that's just being ready when free agency come and seeing whatever the best situation for me.
How good is David Johnson?
Man, he's real good. He's a playmaker. He's so big. He played receiver in college, but he outgrew his body, and he's so big where he could play running back, and he's very strong, and he's definitely hard to match up out there on the outside with the DBs and stuff. He run routes like a receiver.
Le'Veon Bell said he's recreating the position of running back. Even what Steph Curry, is that the name that he
compared himself to Steph Curry and what he's done with the 3.
What do you think of when you hear that, Chris Johnson?
Oh man, these days and ages, running backs are being played like receivers. Is mismatch. If you could create a mismatch on the defense, it make it harder for them to scout us as an offense. So being that you're able to run the ball and still catch it out of the backfield and can line up as a receiver and catch the ball like that, it just create more opportunities.
So you would agree that he is doing that? Would you agree with his assessment that he's recreating the running back position?
I wouldn't say that because it's guys who've been, running the ball and catching out of the backfield. You'll look at Darren Sproles, been doing it for years. He's been catching out of the backfield, returning punts, running the ball. But what Le'Veon is doing right now, he's just doing it at a higher level.
Chris Johnson here on the Rich Eisen Show. Did running for 2,000 yards take a lot out of you? I mean, when you go for 2,000 yards and then you have to come back and do it again, did that change you as a running back, Chris?
I won't say it changed me. I just say, as far as everybody on the outside, it raised the expectations. Like, if you rush for 2,000 yards, you can't come back and rush for 13, 14. Everybody expecting 2,000 yards every year. So it's like when other guys rush for 1,200, 1,300 yards, they had a great year. But if you rush for 2,000 and come back rush for 12, 13, it's like you fell off.
Well, how difficult was that then, the 2,000 yards? Because it looked pretty damn easy for you when you did it, to be very honest with you.
I wish. It was pretty tough, being able to play every game, getting that many touches, and being able to come back week to week. And, just staying on top of your body, eating right, and those type of things, being able so you keep your energy right throughout the whole season and continue to make play after play. It's tough, but, once you get in the groove and you feeling it, it just started to happen.
So you didn't have a pizza during that season at all?
I definitely did.
You did?
Yeah, I definitely did.
Oh, man. I mean, I have one and I want to take a nap.
Yeah, but when you that young, first year, second year, you can do things that you can't do when you get older.
So you were eating pizzas and stuff like that when you were in the 2,000 rushing club, 2,000 yard club?
Hamburgers, all that, whatever.
What was Jeff Fisher like as a coach?
Man, Jeff Fisher, a great guy. He know when the right time to give his players off, give them a break, and he know when he need to push us and all that. I can remember, I think I got kind of spoiled my rookie year. I think after training camp, we only wore full pads probably like 2 weeks out of the whole season. All the rest of the time, we just wore straight helmets the whole year. So it was. I thought that's how it was in the NFL until I got year 3 or year 4, and it's like pads every day.
So I guess then that didn't work, obviously, out here once he got out here to Los Angeles, where it seemed that his coaching style needed to be a little bit more strict in that manner. Which coaching style do you prefer when it comes down to it?
As far as wearing pads?
Well, just in terms of discipline or letting guys be the guys. I mean, Bruce Arians strikes me as a guy who might allow you to do some of the things that Jeff Fisher was allowing you to do, just being your own guy. How is that any different?
I just think it depends on what's going on. Like, if y'all having a good season and everybody is doing what they're supposed to do, then, you know, they let you do more things. Like, I'm sure when I was with Jeff, if we wasn't winning, like, we won the first 10 games. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure if we wasn't winning, he probably made us put on pads. So when I was with BA, when we was winning, mm-hmm. you know, everything was good, whatever. This year it didn't go as well. So, you know, we probably wore pads a little bit more. We probably ran more plays in practice. It's just going off how the year is going.
Chris Johnson here on the Rich Eisen Show. And the year you spent with Rex Ryan,
yeah.
I mean, you're smiling already. It just, why didn't it work out? Was he at all involved in the offense as a head coach whatsoever?
Honestly, I don't think so. Like, it was, I don't know, it was just weird. A lot of things was going on in that organization. You know, it just didn't turn out. And then, you know, at the end of the year, they got rid of everybody. So,
what was the things that were going on?
Just basically, we didn't know where anything was coming from. Basically being told this. Then once the year started, certain people, it just didn't go right.
Is that with the general manager and the coach situation? Is that what you're referring to?
Probably so. Like, we didn't know who was running what. Like you say, was Rex involved in the offense? So, like, we just didn't know. It was just a lot of stuff that was uncertain. But, you know, that's something that I don't know a whole lot about. But it just didn't go right.
Why didn't Vince Young get another shot in this league, do you think?
I'm not sure. I thought he would. I still think, even if it wasn't as a starter, I still think he could have got a shot as a backup or anything like that. He's a great guy. He probably wasn't your typical drop-back quarterback, but he was a playmaker.
I mean, because we're hearing his name all this week, too, because of what we saw in the national championship game, that Deshaun Watson is the first national championship winner to be a Heisman Trophy runner-up since Vince Young. We're seeing what happened with USC, lost that game to Vince Young. Alabama's the first national champion, defending champion, to lose the following year since Vince Young beat that USC team. Why didn't it work out for Vince Young in the NFL?
I'm not sure.
Was he somebody that couldn't handle the fame, pressure? I mean, you kind of had a front row seat to this.
Yeah, I had
in Tennessee, Chris.
I had a front row seat, but I think at the time I was just so young. I was just living. I was just playing football, like, so I didn't understand a lot of things that I would understand now, being that I'm older and I done seen a lot. Back then, at the time, I was just playing football, so I never understood. Like, I know he's a playmaker. He made plays when he got in the game. He made plays. I can remember the second year, even the 2,000-yard season, we started off 0-6. Then they put Vince Young in, and we won 8 out of the last 10 games. So, I know once he's in the game, he's going to make plays. I'm just not sure where everything went wrong at.
Chris Johnson here on the Rich Eisen Show. Okay, so who is the best runner you've ever seen?
The best runner? I have to say Barry. Barry, that's my guy.
Barry, is that? Oh.
Barry Sanders.
Oh, I thought that's your nickname for me.
Oh.
Nice.
Chris?
I only seen your 40s. I never seen any highlights.
What else do you need? Hold on a minute. So you're saying my 40 isn't a highlight? Is that what you're?
No, I'm saying I never seen no football highlights. I never seen you run the ball.
Well, I'm just in terms of straight runner, straight speed, straight heart. The championship heart that beats inside. You know, you either see it and feel it every day, or you don't have it. Is what I'm saying to you.
I'd probably rank you behind Usain Bolt. Right behind him.
Okay, there's Bolt. There's Sanders. Probably Barry and Dion.
It depends what we talking about. Are we talking about football? Or are we just talking about
Straight runner, straight heart of a champion.
straight ahead running?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say Barry.
Okay.
Could you beat Usain Bolt in a 40?
I don't know. We tried to set it up one time, but, he didn't want to run the 40. He wanted to run the 60. So,
What do you mean you try to set it up?
like, we tried to set up like a race.
When?
It was years ago, probably, I think, my third year.
You and Usain Bolt, you would have run, and you just couldn't agree on the distance? Is that
Yeah,
what
we
you're saying?
couldn't agree on this.
Sort of like two fighters who couldn't agree on the weight class?
Yeah, he wanted to do the 60. I want to do the 40. So I agreed to do the 50, but they only want to do the 60. So
Wow.
He must maximize his speed from the 30
you've
to
seen
60.
it, right?
Yeah.
That's usually from the 50 to 60 yard mark is usually when he's turning and smiling at the guy he's just passed.
yeah,
And so you didn't want to do 60 even at that point in time? Or?
nah, not 60.
You know, Dion says he's faster than you, that he would have beaten you. You know that. You're aware
I
of that.
don't see how that's possible. What his time was, he was 4.28.
It was like a 4.2, I think 8, 4.27. He's usually out there watching. If
4.27 for Deion
If he's out
Sanders.
there watching right now, he might,
That was official, 4.27.
Yeah. Now here you are. This is the best part about this run for me is you did it in the old RCA Dome, which means NFL Network does not have the technology to overlay my 40-yard dash on yours. So I never have that particular bit of embarrassment thrown in my direction. But there you are. And is that a cotton T-shirt that you're wearing right there?
I don't know. The crazy thing that year, everybody's clothes was bigger. Mm-hmm. They didn't have our right sizes that year at the combine.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, Chris, it's good to see you, man. It's always great to have you here on this show. Whenever you come in Los Angeles, hang out here. And when you decide to, be out there, and it's March this year, just so you know. It's not late
March.
February, early March this year.
Man.
Okay. So I'll reach out to you, and I'll let you know when I'm running my 40, so you'll be out for it.
Let me know. Maybe I could be a co-host or something.
Okay. Well, maybe we could. That's, by the way, would you be up for being part of it in some way, shape, or form?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. I'm going to
like
put
it.
and Big Ben already said he could beat me. So maybe we got Big Ben, Chris Johnson. Let's just complete the
Who else?
trifecta. I don't know.
Phillip Rivers and Eli Manning.
Right. Good to see you, Chris.
Good to see you, too.
You got it. That's Chris Johnson here on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.